warning ahead for anyone who hasn't seen any Star Wars in their entire lives or whatever. So I just watched the final season of the Clone Wars. And you know what? Aside from like 2 episodes, Season 7 was excellent. But I'm not here to talk about the Clone Wars. No, I'm here to talk about my new favorite character. The ultimate space babe, Ahsoka Tano. Yes, I absolutely adore this quirky, badass space chick because, well, she's just freaking rad. Ahsoka is a prime example of what a strong female character should be in Star Wars. Yet for some reason, Kathleen Kennedy seems to think that a strong female character should be somebody who is told to be super powerful and strong and badass and whatever other traits she needs to take down all the bad guys. Thank God we have never seen any Star Wars character as forced and overpowered as that. Oh God, no, this is all wrong. No, wait, this can't be. Oh God, no. Please, why? Oh my God, no, God! Yeah, so Rey sucks. I think that the overly political direction that Star Wars has gone has led to a ton of controversies among the fan base. And Rey is a perfect example of this. Star Wars had an opportunity to give us an awesome female character like Ahsoka to help make the sequel trilogy feel complete. Yet what we got was a literal Mary Sue. Now, I want to give an analysis on the 2 most popular female Jedi, that obviously being Rey and Ahsoka, and compare the 2, and ask why one of them triumphs and the other one is, well...
I don't know where I felt like I get a little drink around.
How your character is written is arguably the most important aspect of said character. The reason that Ahsoka works so well is because her story is handled almost perfectly. When we are introduced to her in the Clone Wars movie, she is this annoying, bratty kid who over the course of 7 seasons of the Clone Wars learns valuable lessons about what it means to be her own person, how to be a better Jedi, better friend, how to make important decisions that affect not just her life but the lives of people around her. She also had to face struggles in order to triumph, and her relationships with other people in the Clone Wars feels so genuine. Her interactions with Rex in Season 7...
You're a good soldier, Rex. So is every one of those men down there. They may be willing to die, but I am not the one who is going to kill them.
So good. And it's not just the Clone Wars. In Rebels, Ahsoka and Maul are easily the best part of the show. Even though the show is goofy and weird and sometimes it doesn't even apply the laws of Star Wars, I'm not even gonna get into that. But what I'm getting at here is that despite all the problems with Rebels as a whole, whenever Ahsoka is on screen, the show turns into something that's more real and grounded in the Star Wars universe. And that again is because she is a well-written character. I've told my friends that I'm genuinely nervous for what's going to happen with Ahsoka in The Mandalorian, and I am praying that they don't ruin her character. We're just gonna have to see what happens. But when you look at Ahsoka's character as a whole, most of the time that she's on screen has been wonderful. And it all comes back to the people behind the script who write Ahsoka's character, with all these mannerisms in some ways that are unique to Ahsoka. All these things are the reasons that we can relate to an orange-skinned, tentacle-haired alien more than an actual human being. Which reminds me, I still have to talk about the other half of this video. Ugh, I really don't want to do this. So Rey is a hot mess of a character for the opposite reasons that Ahsoka is a great character. She's poorly handled. Rey is quite literally a Mary Sue. Disney tries to gloss over that by saying that Rey is a Palpatine, but that's not enough to explain how and why she says this.
The Jedi were real.
I used to wonder about that myself. Thought it was a bunch of mumbo jumbo.
To literally a couple of days later doing this.
You will remove these restraints and leave this cell with the door open.
I will remove these restraints and leave the cell with the door open.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
That's not how the Force works.
How does this girl, who just until recently thought the Force was a myth, suddenly is able to use Jedi mind tricks and pull a lightsaber past a Sith? Having a strong bloodline isn't enough to hone in your powers the day that you find out they're real. Anakin Skywalker apparently had the highest midichlorian count out of any being ever found by the Jedi. Yes, I know midichlorians are stupid, but they're canon, so get over it. Yet despite having an absurd amount of force sensitivity, Anakin had to undergo years of training in order to hone in his powers. Simply put it, having a strong bloodline doesn't automatically make you super powerful. You need training in order to hone in your powers. But where is that training before she goes toe-to-toe with one of the most powerful beings in the galaxy at that time? And people like to defend The Force Awakens by saying that Kylo Ren was shot by Chewie's bowcaster and that's why he couldn't defeat Rey. My problem with that statement isn't so much that it's the excuse for Rey beating him, but rather that Kylo Ren freaking survives getting shot by that thing. In that same movie, we see the bowcaster do this.
I like this thing.
So yeah, okay, fine. He's hurt, so that's why he can't fight. But darkside users have been known to take power from the pain and suffering that they endure. It's one of the reasons that Darth Vader's suit was such a nightmare, because it caused him great pain. So when he wore the suit, he would draw power from the dark side, thus making him more powerful. So yeah, saying that Rey was able to beat Kylo in a fight because Kylo Ren was injured, in a lot of ways, is wrong. So the only way to describe the way that Rey is able to beat Kylo Ren is because she has the power of a god.
I have the power of God!
Or just lucks her way through everything. And unlike Ahsoka, we never see Rey have to deal with any hardships. We never fear for Rey because we know that no matter what happens, she's going to be just fine. The closest she actually came to dying was when she fought Emperor Palpatine, but right when it seems like all hope is lost, boom, Magic Ben Solo to the rescue. To just for some reason resurrect Rey even though he's never had any training with that power. There were times while watching the Clone Wars and Rebels where I genuinely feared for Ahsoka's life. When Ahsoka fights Darth Vader on Malachor, I actually thought she was going to die. And for a while, everyone thought she did die until Ezra and Sabine find these magic portal things and Ezra yoinks Ahsoka right out of the fight, thus saving her life. But every single time that I saw Rey on screen, I knew that she was only gonna get a scratch.
'Tis but a scratch. A scratch?
And one argument that I've heard from people is that Disney can't just kill off their main character, except that they literally did in Avengers Endgame where Tony dies. Tony was the face of Marvel. They kill him for a greater good, and it's one of the best scenes from Endgame. It's one of the reasons that Endgame is such a great movie is because it has the balls to kill off characters that everybody loves. So let me ask you, why couldn't they have killed off Rey? Palpatine and Snoke are dead. Kylo Ren is now Ben Solo, who is also dead. The First Order, Final Order bad guys are either dead or disillusioned since they have no more leadership. What's the point in keeping her around? Unless, of course, Disney is going to have Rey be like Luke Skywalker 30 years from now, teaching a new generation of Jedi. And, oh my god, I seriously hope that does not happen. So this argument that Disney can't kill off their primary characters is again wrong in a lot of ways. People who defend Rey are either people who aren't really invested in Star Wars, or who are just playing politics because, oh, Rey is a girl, she's so brave, Daisy Ridley is literally Jesus. The reason I say this debunking all these arguments is easy is because it honestly takes little thought. Rey is a Mary Sue, and anybody who thinks otherwise, simply do some research. Think about why Rey is able to do the things she does first take, first try. Either Disney is just hiring a bad screenwriter, or Kathleen Kennedy desperately wants there to be a female character in Star Wars, and if you think that she is a bad character, then you're a misogynistic asshole who will never grow to accept any female characters in any movie, let alone Star Wars. Whatever happened to disliking a movie just because you don't like aspects of the movie? Rey is far from perfect, would even say she is far from good. Ahsoka, on the other hand, is a well-rounded character who anybody can relate to. And that's the biggest difference between Rey and Ahsoka. Rey is forced. And see what I did there? Forced. Like Star Wars, the Force. Ahsoka is natural. She feels real, and that's why I love Ahsoka and hate Rey. You can think whatever you want about the two characters. I'm not going to tell you otherwise. But what you can't do is tell people that they're wrong for disagreeing with you. I have heard and seen way too many stories of people being shunned and wrongly accused of being a sexist or an idiot just because they don't like Rey or that they don't like Ahsoka. At the end of the day, we're all Star Wars fans, so rather than tearing each other apart, let's just go about our own thoughts on the movies and leave it at that. Because Star Wars is wonderful, and we should all enjoy it or hate aspects of what is put on the big screen. But oh my god, I seriously cannot stress out how much Rey sucks. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Please, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to subscribe to We Ruin Your Childhood and leave a like, because making these videos was surprisingly challenging, but a lot of fun along the way. This is an experimental channel with me and my three buddies who are big Star Wars fans. We kind of wanted to put our own spin on the Star Wars YouTube scene, even though a lot of our videos are probably going to be similar to some of the other videos that you've seen on YouTube already, because these are universal ideas that I think everybody has an opinion on. So I feel like being able to put our own opinions on certain topics is part of the reason that we wanted to make this channel. So like I said, if you guys did enjoy the content, please subscribe and leave a like. And I hope to see you guys on the next one. Peace out.